Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 1987 Autobot Targetmaster figure Hot Rod. Now I've got loads to get through with this video. Like, I want to show you him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. I'm going to show you his accessories and his instructions to help you know if yours is complete. I'm also going to point out things that you do need to be aware of because he's a vintage figure. We're then going to have a look at the direct differences between this version and his 1986 earlier release. And then, because obviously the timing of this video, we can have a look at some other versions of this particular mold that have been released throughout the years. So we can also, as well, finally, I want to show you the error on the packaging, and we can have a look at the beautiful artwork on that as well. So as you can see, quite a bit to get through with this video. So as I start to pop all these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. Okay then, so 1987, 1 year after his original release, we got Targetmaster Hot Rod, and it's pretty much exactly the same mold. The only mold difference is the size of the holes in his hands and indeed on the front of the car. When he was originally released in 1986, like this, it's such a great figure. I remember having this as a child and absolutely loving it. Now you can probably just about make out there, especially if I bring it closer, exactly that. The holes in the fists are different, and that's because his original guns, like so, had a smaller, I suppose 3mm handle compared to the Targetmaster Firebolt, which had a 5mm one. So you can see it's much bigger, or it might be 4 and then a 5mm, but anyway, it's much bigger. And for example, if you put the normal guns in the Targetmasters, they don't holes, they just fall out, and then for obvious reasons the other way around, that won't fit there either. Right, with regards to sort of running changes, which didn't really affect the mold, it was something slightly different. The original Hot Rod did have some versions with the metal feet. The Targetmaster Hot Rod never had metal feet, he always had the plastic ones, and both molds always came with rubber tires. There was no plastic tire variant either. Now, one other change, which was nothing to do with the mold, it was to do with the stickers, is the thigh stickers there. You can see how much smaller these are compared to the original, and of course the main reason for that is all the transformation. So when you used to do the transformation process like so, this bit would most often than not damage or rip the sticker completely off. So what they did was to combat that, they shortened the stickers, and of course it meant that they never got in the way. So that's pretty much the main differences in the molds, which you can see. And of course the accessories were different. So with the original, we had these other, well, two small guns, which you can see, and you could fit one in each hand. And funnily enough, I probably should have got the original Hot Rod box up as well, because the ironic thing is that on the tech spec on the back, even though he's now got a Targetmaster, his firepower was less than what it was in his original incarnation with his two normal guns. So as I say, original one sometimes had metal feet and had the larger stickers, and of course had the smaller holes. So we've seen the smaller holes on the feet. The smaller hole on the bonnet is exactly what it sounds like. So there's an 86 version, there's an 87 version. I'm sure you can see once again that that hole is much bigger, and indeed, just to prove it, this would not fit in there at all, whereas it will fit nice and easy on the bonnet there with no issues. Right, the figure itself then, things you need to be aware of. This one's got quite loose joints there, to be honest. So stickers is obviously a big thing. Without the stickers, he doesn't look the greatest, especially if it's the ones that are on the front, which doubles up as his chest and indeed the front of the vehicle. So if that's missing or completely battered, let's be honest, it doesn't look too good. Excuse me. But the thing is as well, he's got loads of chrome, and the chrome for this particular version, I think, makes him look lovely. It really makes him pop and stand out. I think it's great, to be honest. Tyres, because they're rubbish, sorry, not rubbish, because they're rubber, they can perish. That was a combination of both words, obviously. So they can perish away, and you get loose joints in the feet. One of these, there you go. I mean, look how loose that is. As soon as I lift him up, they come out. So it's not too much of a problem. You can see them stickers are a little bit battered as well, to be honest. So it's just like cosmetic things that make the big difference. With regards to alternate mode, it's definitely the chrome that you're looking for, and indeed that the tyres aren't perished, not that they're rubbish. But overall, I'm sure you'll agree, it's a beautiful looking figure. It's one of my favourites. I've always liked this, loved it as a kid, completely love it now. And obviously we've had another few versions of this particular figure. So let me show you some of the packaging. So this is just your standard box, but it's a Canadian one, so it's in French dual language, and we've got obviously the right text, sorry, the right writing. So what I mean by that is, it says Firebolt transforms into Hot Rod's weapon, which is of course exactly what it does. Whereas the first run of the boxes, they had Firebolt transforms into Misfire's weapon, which of course he doesn't. Misfire was the Decepticon target master. On the box, you've got the transformation process along the top. We've got product images on the side, and then we've got the lovely 1987 Headmaster's artwork, which you can see there, which of course has got all the headmaster, well, the main headmasters, and indeed the two titans as they're now known as, Scorponok and Fortress Maximus. Right, with regards to, I mean, there's so many different, as I say, reissues of this particular mold. We've had the Toys R Us one, we've had the Takara book one, excuse me. But what I want to show you, I suppose, is the different uses, I suppose, of just again different ones rather than all the same. So there we've got 86. I better put, oh look at this, I better put Firebolt in his hand just again to show you the difference with this. So Firebolt was 87. Then we've got the Crystal Rodimus from the early 2000s, and funnily enough, they've gone back to the 86 use of the mold with the smaller holes in the hands, and funnily enough, they've gone to metal feet. That's an eHobby Japanese exclusive, if you're wondering what that is, and I've deliberately not put the stickers on it. And then of course we've had the more recent version, which has come out as part of the retro line, where ironically enough they've gone with the metal feet, but obviously a completely different color scheme. So the instructions, because it was 87 and it's an Autobot, it will be red, white and black. What I'm saying for that is, if you had any of the 84 figures, they came in full color instructions, whereas after that they didn't release them in color. But to be honest, I think I've pretty much covered everything with regards to this figure. What I just need to do is, just for people who don't collect G1 or have got no idea of scale and size, if I bring in some standard deluxe figures from now, and then this is a core figure, so you can see just a little bit bigger than deluxe he was, to be honest, a lot bigger than core. Micromasters were the same size as they were originally anyway, and if you collect third-party figures, again, he's much bigger than them, because most of these are aimed at legend scale. But there we go, guys. I think, as I say, I've covered everything with regards to this figure. If I've missed anything out, please do let me know. And I do, as I say, intend on hopefully finding perhaps a couple more variants of this figure in the future, so I can update the video. And with anything that I've missed out, you can let me know in the comments, and I'll be able to update the video with that as well. In the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.